Maybe your heart is broken right now, and you're wondering how you're supposed to keep going. Maybe someone you loved walked away. Maybe your life changed when you weren't ready. Now look at Shiva. He too knew loss. Sati was gone. Yet Shiva did not let grief destroy the divine within him. And in many Hindu traditions, Shiva is understood as unborn, without an ordinary beginning. And yet he remains still divine, powerful enough to be worshipped as Mahadeva, the great god. So what was his secret? The answer begins with a moment when even the gods were terrified. They were searching for Amrita, the nectar of immortality. But before the nectar appeared, something far more terrifying came out. Halahala, a poison so destructive that the worlds themselves were threatened. Everyone looked for someone who could stop it. And then Shiva arrived. Shiva didn't ask who created the poison. He didn't ask whether it was fair. He simply stepped forward. And then Shiva did something no one else was willing to do. He accepted the poison to protect the world. And that poison remained in his throat. And that is why Shiva became known as Nilakantha, the blue-throated one. And maybe this is where Shiva's story becomes your story. Because sometimes life gives you a poison you never asked for. A heartbreak, a failure, a dream that didn't happen. You didn't choose the poison, but you still have to decide what it will turn you into. Now imagine knowing that your time is running out, and there's nothing you can do about it. Markandeya, according to the sacred tradition, was destined to have a very short life. And when that moment came, fear arrived with it. But Markandeya didn't run. He held on to Shiva, even when fear told him there was no hope. And in the traditional story, Shiva appeared. The message isn't that fear disappears. It's that fear doesn't have to decide how you stand. Maybe fear isn't your problem. Maybe it's that voice telling you, you're not enough. Kannappa wasn't a scholar. He didn't know elaborate rituals. But he gave Shiva something that couldn't be measured by ritual. His entire heart. And then the story reaches its most difficult moment. Kannappa believed Shiva was suffering. And he didn't stop to ask whether he was qualified to help. He was ready to give everything he had. And Shiva accepted that devotion, not because Kannappa was perfect. But there is one image of Shiva that says all of this. Without saying a word, look at the storm around him. Now look at him. The storm is moving. Shiva isn't. Maybe that's what you need to remember today. Your problems may be loud. People may misunderstand you. But you don't have to become chaotic just because your circumstances are. And maybe your hardest battle isn't failure. Maybe it's feeling alone. You can be surrounded by people and still feel completely alone. But remember Shiva. His strength was never that he had no pain. His strength was that pain didn't become his identity. So if someone broke your heart, don't let that heartbreak convince you that you're impossible to love. If you failed, don't let one failure convince you that your story is finished. If life is hurting you right now, don't ask only, why is this happening to me? Ask yourself, who am I becoming because of it? Because Shiva's story never promised you a life without storms. It teaches you to become still enough to survive them. Stay strong, stay centered, and walk through your storm. Har Har Mahadev.